pretty quiet here this morning. I'm gonna fish like I typically do. This line, I have it set up with 2 hooks with some yellow salmon eggs, and I have about I think a ½ ounce weight at the bottom. I'm gonna get this out here. And because it is so nice and calm, I'm going to use my Theo slip bobber that I just got yesterday, a couple days ago. Yeah, I do have to tighten that line up. When I went fishing at 11 Mile Reservoir, I lost like all of my stuff. My 2 Theo bobbers. It was just not a good time. So I was pretty disappointed. And my Theo bobber's out. We'll see how the Theo bobber does. That has a worm on it. Let's go ahead and get this line tightened up. Looks good. I'm really anxious for today. Hopefully I will have some pretty good luck. Let's sit back, relax, enjoy the views, and see if we catch some fish. Man, hasn't even been a minute. I got slammed on this line. Wow. Slammed. It was like I threw it out and I got something immediately. Oh, it's coming on my other line. Shoot. There we go. Caught on my other line. Wow. It's on my other line, but this is a nice trout for the first catch of the morning. Sometimes they say that when you catch a fish on your first throw out, it's not good luck. So I got to get this fish untangled, and I think I'm going to get it back in the water. The fish here at Monument, they tend to really love this Berkeley gulp salmon eggs, the yellow ones. It really does the trick every time. So I'm gonna get my lines back out. Now, that fish got tangled up in my Theo bobber line, so I had to pull that in. So I'm gonna get these back out here. It'd be nice to catch something off that Theo. Get this line tightened up. When I brought this one in, I did make the string. Oh, I almost fell over. Put that little yellow string a little higher so the bait goes in a little deeper in the water, that worm. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay. All right, see if we can catch another one. Wow, caught something off the Theo. Nice. All right, this is gonna be a great morning. Worm. So the trouts really like the worms too. Boy, this seems to be a big one too. Look at that. That's a nice fish. Check out that one. So I'm gonna get the Theo bobber back out. I really liked where I positioned this little yellow string. The yellow string is where the bobber is gonna hit. And that's why I like this Theo, because I can really change the depth easily, unlike a regular bobber. And my bottom line there hasn't been doing anything for the past 5-10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this in and recast it out. Make sure my power bait is still on there. But, you know, if you don't catch anything in a couple minutes, then cast it out in a different spot. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Well, I still have my power bait on there, so that's a good thing, I guess. Not too bad. A little bit of a different spot, not too much of a change. But just had a guy come up and talk to me about what kind of bait I'm using, since he saw me catch 2 fish within like 15 minutes. So, hey, if you ever see me out fishing, stop by and say hello. I'd be happy to talk with you. And if it's like in Monument, if you don't have any of that salmon power bait, I'll hook you up with a few of them so you can see how they are. Those 2 fish I caught, I was able to release both of them, so that is good. But since I caught that second fish, things aren't happening. Oh, here we go. I think I'm getting a bite. I was just about to say things are starting to slow down, but let's see what's happening on this line. I thought I just saw it. What I was gonna say, things are slowing down here a little bit. I think I'm gonna move to the pier in about 5-10 minutes. I relocated to the pier. Not too much was happening where I was at originally, and this is where I caught that big fish that got away. So I'm hoping I catch it. And I'm gonna just use the same setup that I did last time, which is the 2 hooks, and I have a Theo on this with a worm. And we're gonna see what happens here for a while. It's always nice to change things up a little bit. I am catching something off the Theo. Swimming in. That's great. You're little. I haven't caught one of these in a long time. Look at that. It's a nice little perch. Let me get that one back in. A little too small. Yeah, I'm gonna get this worm back out here. Oh, and something just really went bad. I just totally lost my Theo bobber. It broke right off the line. That stinks. I don't even know how that happened. And it just totally broke off the line. It got totally, I just bought that bobber yesterday. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to throw my other line back in with the 2 power baits. Maybe I'll throw a worm on there. Man, that's such a bummer about that Theo. I mean, they're not the cheapest things, you know? So I'm gonna throw this line back out. I put a worm on it and I put some power bait. I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna continue on trying this lure for a little while and see what happens. There's just absolutely no wind today, so I don't think there's any chance of me even recovering that Theo bobber. It's just sitting out there. I guess that's what happens when you're fishing, you know? I have no idea why it came off, why it broke off. No idea. So I have this lure on a swivel hook so I can easily take it off and put another one on without having to go retie and retie. I think, you know, this way it can be questionable. Does that swivel hook interfere with how it swims? It looks like it's swimming pretty good when I bring it close. I don't think they're liking this lure. I have like hundreds of lures to choose from. It's funny, I don't go lure fishing too much, and but I am always buying lures because they just look really cool, and it's nice to have options. So I think I'm going to go ahead and switch this one out, maybe at just some different type. I think I might be getting a bite here.
Yeah, they're little hooks. Keep throwing stuff at them all the time.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's see if they caught it off the worm or the power bait. Oh, he seems like yeah, it's like a small trout. Almost looks like it. No, that's a pike. Huh. Look at that. I got my first pike here in Colorado. That's a nice size. Luckily, I have a big tool to be able to get in there so it doesn't bite my finger off. So let's get this pike off. Never done that before. There we go. There's a pike for you. Let's see if he's gonna survive this or not. Yeah, he went right in. All right, so I caught that pike. That was amazing. Totally stoked. So what I'm gonna do is I have my 2 hooks on this line. I'm gonna have 2 worms on it. See if I can do it again. But it bit off the top worm and not the power bait, obviously, because that's for trout. So I'm gonna give it maybe about another 20 minutes, half an hour before I head back to the office. But pike, it's exciting. I have some pretty big worms on my hooks. Usually I cut my worms in half, so I think they're just chomping on the worm. Well, I don't know, it's coming in. Something's coming in. Perch. Hey, another little perch. Another little perch. Nice. Put my hands on that one. Get it back in. There we go. What a nice little one. Let me get that back in there. Let him get bigger. Then next year, I'll catch him. When he's this big and eat him. That's the plan. I'm gonna wrap things up for today. I had an amazing time fishing. I think today was my personal best for fishing. Now, I've gone out and caught a lot of trout before, but today is the first time that I've caught so many different types of fish. And I'm really happy that I was able to share this experience with you. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe, like, and ring that bell for future notifications, and you have yourself an amazing time fishing around Colorado Springs.